rings. All right. Let's make sure it's recording. Yeah. Make sure my audio is there. All right. Greetings. All right. This is the chat portion of the webinar. Okay, yeah, something to do with this chat. Sometimes it doesn't show up. Refresh it a couple of times. All right. All right. We're bringing positive angels and alien beings, higher selves, whatever it might be, it needs to come through. My throat. Okay. All right, Carol, are there any messages for me? I just feel Yeshua and Mother Mary's energy, or whether you just there's a Pleiadian energy that you're connected to for self-healing. So it's whatever. Just go for your goals, your dreams, things that you want to grow with. There seems to be a lot that you still have goals that you have not achieved yet, I believe, from what I can see in light. Are there any messages from Ashtar? I see a Rubik's cube, who's in space. Like an alien, something like a ship or something like that. Doesn't mean it moves around like a Rubik's cube, but it can shift around portions of it. Something that you're connected to. Not really going into details of that. Something that you're connected to in an astral. Let's see, move that. Pamela, are there any messages from my David, who passed in 96? Well, there's still a lot of layers he's still healing. He didn't get something to do with his childhood, he's still healing. So doesn't mean he's going to incarnate on this world, but there will be others of a higher dimension. But he's going to have to come back to a world like this again eventually to overcome his fears. Still a lot of layers he's still dealing with at this time. Are any messages from my higher self? You're still putting the pieces together of your past, and you are building up a new future for yourself. So whatever feels comfortable for you, you are going to a level of consciousness where you feel more complete. So just continue to do things that bring happiness to you. Stephen Davies, has my son got cancer? Is he ill? I don't see any cancer. I'm not seeing any cancer at all, so I don't know where that's coming from. There might be a kind of illness there, but I don't see cancer. You might feel the cancer energies around, but that's about it. It's more fear. Any messages? Obviously, there's a lot of beings that are trying to get to you mentally, try to shut you down, there's mischief beings around. Trust me, we all have them. So you're going through a lot of internal healing. So, even if you connect to beings that are not exactly the most positive, realize you can heal that and move forward to what brings, so just continue to. There's a lot of layers that you're also connected to, like the Galactic Secret Space Program. And there's a lot of trickster energies there. So you'll make just as long as you don't concentrate on, when you do have a problem, don't concentrate on it, just keep moving forward. If you get feel like you're getting dark or whatever it is, or you're having a depression episode, don't worry about it, just keep going forward. Gundam, any messages from Lady Shark? This is a multi-dimensional being, like a Lady of the Lake type of thing. Just a vicious being at times. Any messages from Prime Creator? They're just multi-layers that you're connected to at this time of your directions. You're also connected to crystal skulls. You're bringing in energies from them that you need for your own healing. There's a lot of self-forgiveness you're still doing from the past, always from your mother's end. You're healing a lot of her energies. Maddie, I know there's obviously a reason for why I don't talk as much in my previous incarnations. That's why I know what I know. Was a traumatic experience that made me feel afraid to speak. Any, well, on this world, there's plenty of reasons of mostly from a male energy of those have been brainwashed by those in power. So those are yeah, any type of male energy that's under mind control, and you went against it. Say, hey, you're under influence. You're being screwed with, and of course, that never wound up worked out so well. So you're still healing your stutter, as you can see. My guys said, give it time. When I ask them for answer, then I get rid of my stutter. Can you ask them why must I give it time? Well, it's karma you're healing. When they can say easy take me back to my past life to heal it, is there a reason why they won't take me? If so, well, you just got to keep going forward to improve upon your stutter. Keep talking to break it, to break that stutter. There's different ways. Yeah, there's even a lot of actors have stuttering issues. James Earl Jones had a problem with stuttering. Look at Look at actors that have had issues with that went public about their stuttering, how they overcame it. Of course, you'll have to add your own take on it, but Kenyan Dance. Last week after shopping, I left my car on a sidewalk securely against the curb. After seeing my car, I watched it turn 60 degrees and move 25 feet in perfectly straight line. It just stopped shy of a store worker who also caught it. It was going to hit a parked car. Reptilian energy that's behind it. Apparently, wherever you are, or yeah, some force is definitely involved with pushing it. So, just for gags, I guess. Luckily, there was somebody to catch it though. Jeez. Question 2: any other messages? I see a lot of Venus energies that you're healing at this time. Venus lifetimes, Venus, also Mars, but Venus seems to be another area that you're allowed to open up now. I believe it was also more violent than any Martian world. Venus, as our world, we go through our own violence, but Venus was just an unpleasant place, let's put it that way. And yeah, think of here you see light workers connecting to God, connecting to all this spiritual stuff. But imagine them weaponizing like the Atlanteans did. But Venus beings had more of a control over it, meaning they didn't destroy themselves. Of course, they did. They healed themselves instead of destroying themselves. Of course, partially they get destroyed. Marianne Arenas. Marianne. Any messages? Yeah, you're healing the feline energies within yourself. I also see a polar bear energy that you're healing too. Of basically Antarctica that is slowly being evolved, awakened. The mysteries of it are slowly shifting. So obviously that's a very slow pace. You're also I also feel clone energies there with you too. Like different versions of you. Not in Antarctica, but it feels like clone energies around here might come in. If you tap into it, like there's different versions of you. I might feel that. I see a bald version, female version. Reason why it's just different versions of Earth are coming closer to you as they need to. Question 2: any messages from Metatron? You're doing a lot of self forgiveness. That seems to be the biggest thing. But also, you're connecting to an archangel energy within yourself. You're also you heal a lot of archangels in the higher realms. You talk to them, you can sort them out of their own problems. So we feel with that. Retro, any messages for me? I know I see like a lot of, I don't know why I'm seeing this, but bald zetas, meaning like zetas with like I don't know, like oblong heads, like I don't know, not like the cone, like something from Star Trek, not exactly, but they're well, yeah, you've already seen like pictures of ones that have, but I feel like their heads go up and they kind of go in a anyway. Like Zetas are becoming part of human societies or creating normal societies similar to ours that you're connected to. Some that watch television, things that not maybe not to that extent. Well, some do. Um, I see the V world too, whereas like that makes sense. Like think of a Zeta world where like humanoid beings came in and then they end up being all reptilians trying to take over the planet. That makes sense. Yeah, that. I know that sounds weird, but anyway. What am I doing in Astral at this point? Well, I see Mother Mary's energy, a lot of self forgiveness. The Yael, as they're kind of like a young alien race still. Of course, a lot of it's been cryptic. I also do see Elvis. It's funny how that showed up. An alien version of Elvis at Astral, uh, for various reasons. So what you're doing, observing, of course, you're living a right. You also have a lifetime somewhere where you're kind of like a Ken and Barbie reality where everybody's all perfect. You have a reality there. You know, it's real, but I'm not sure if you like it all now, but that's part of it. So you wanted to try the perfect society. I think you're going through it right now somewhere. You might feel some of that. It's like, man, I'm glad. It's like part. It feels like you're just glad you're here compared to that. I know it sounds weird, but well, that's what we're here for. Yeah. All right, Susie, what have I been doing in Astral? Healing Arcturian aspects of you. They're wanting a great deal from your human lifetime here. Advancing themselves. Basically, a lot of them, some of them have made a lot of mistakes. And on this world, you're kind of taking on the karma of it and healing them. But also, you're all learning more than you've had in previous incarnations. So, any messages for me? Now, I see an elephant lifetime that you're healing. That was very political. Of realize it's different. Yeah, elephants can be very political. Of course, we don't see it here in the physical, but they can be kind of just as bad as we are on our world. And it just seems to be a reality that you've been through all of that stuff. So you're here, your location now is you're healing that reality here. It's like you don't even involved with any of that. You're not. But of course, a lot of souls are still going through it for their own growth. So they're helping others through their own growth. Of course, you get your own growth out of it too. It's just not always seen. Down at Riggs, March 1st, the anniversary of Anna passing. Is there any message, anything she would like to say tonight? She's doing a lot better. She's still going through a lot. There's a lot of self healing she's going through, but she is advancing herself into the higher realms and knowing more about herself. She's also helping you find different aspects of your own healing. Question 2: how is Daddy Hawkins doing? It's only been a short 2 weeks after he passed. Yeah, he's doing good. He's actually doing a lot better. His health, obviously, it's spirit. I think he's going to be a doctor or something in his future. I feel like he wants to be a medical doctor now after what he's been through. I don't know if he's been to a doctor a lot when he was here. Some people not understand, which makes sense. A lot of people have been a doctor here, like, oh, I need to go to a doctor for this, and you go to a doctor for that, and then they end up becoming a doctor, which makes a lot of sense. Anyway, I see him becoming a doctor. That's neat. I don't normally see that. That was cool. Miguel, are there any messages from the Rainbow Lions? That's neat. Those are obviously in other realities, also in Agartha. They give you guidance. They don't sweat the small stuff. You're working through Mother Mary's energy, basically helping her find herself. Basically, there's a lot of lost females here. Not that you're going around looking for them, but it is causing a lot of difficulties in our reality. A lot of them have kids, stuff, you don't have to know somebody to get the effects of it. So you're healing a lot of feminine energies here. Through the female and the male, but mostly to the female, because the female has quite a lot of power over the family. That's where your energies are, which makes a lot of sense. You're balancing out what you are allowed to, what people would want to have happen. Any other messages for me? I just see Archangel Michael's energy with you. You learned how to use your wings now. You've been to worlds like this before, actually a lot more heavier in energy. So obviously, like the honesty of the true spirituality. That's one of the reasons why you're here, to find honest energies. Realize some want to like cake and ice cream it, kind of flour it. But you'd rather just have the honesty. It's just easier. I know obviously it's hard to take in sometimes, but it's rough weather, but also it's all worth it in the long run. So that's what you're looking for. You're here, you're here for the long run. So it's just obviously a lot of spiritual groups want to, which is good, to keep things really positive. But sometimes you be around those that just want to let's go into the heart of where the issues are. And it's not that easy, of course, but it never is. But guys, Moses, does my higher self have any messages for me? Keep gambling. Not, just keep taking chances, things that you financially want to do, or obviously be careful with, or just gambling in general, things that you want to do. Not like your normal gambling like lotto, but things that you want to achieve. It's still, it's worth it. Does anyone have a prediction or advice for me in the coming months? Obviously, go with the flow. You're also attracting more positive energies to yourself when you realize. So you're on the right track for abundance. They're not saying when that's going to occur fully, but you're already living a pretty abundant lifetime to an extent. Obviously, you can always do better, but you're just bringing a lot of positive energies around you. So whatever you choose to do, realize you're always protected. Eric N, does Yeshua have any messages for me? It looks like you let go of a lot of blockages. You're very connected to the dragon angels. More direct messages, direct healing of. Well, I don't know why they're showing like a river of blood, like a river of pain for people have gone through. You're healing that in astral. Like all the thoughts of people, like here, going through like a river of thoughts, and it looks like blood, it looks like pain. So that's being understood, healed, and a lot of, removing a lot of distractions here. Does Archangel Raphael have any messages for me? Yeah, you're going to more of a higher dimensional version of yourself. Which I also see cloning. That doesn't mean you have to connect to cloning, but just higher astral knowledge for your. Yeah, is more four-dimensional idea systems are coming in slowly. So your connection to spirit is going to continue to get stronger. And you're just going to be seeing the energies around others too more clearly as it needs to be. So you're just here to heal a lot of dense energies. Beth, I looked out the window at work a couple of days ago and saw clouds in the shape of a ship. Is that an alien ship? Yep. From where? Pleiades. Any messages? You're also very connected to the Arcturians. Has a lot to do with basically releasing old vibrations, old old grief. So this is the year of renewal. And you're going to slowly know more about yourself throughout this year. How that's going to happen, more past life energies will come to you when the time's right. Time to know more about who you are. And Ara, my daughter, woke up from a nightmare last night. She said that there was a ship-like noise in the background. Interesting. And all of a sudden, she saw flashes of bright light, different reptilian faces show up in front of her. Wow. She woke up and the clock was exactly 3. Was she abducted or was she seen? Or was she seeing herself in a... I believe she connected more to the 4th dimension. I don't think she was abducted. She would be going crazy more. So she just saw it, so that's good. I don't think she. I think she just was in a higher realm, or however you want to look at that. It's for her own disclosure, yeah, for her own awakening. So she's in good hands, right? So I think she just shows that she's ready to understand this stuff to an extent, not to scare her, of course. The reptilians is there. Those things happen just because a lot of times the scary is like it kind of ingrains into you. Never forget that one. That's the reason why. It doesn't mean they're even negative. It's just there to wake her up and give you a message to you to know this is all real. So, but I don't think she was abducted. If she was abducted, it would be pretty. Any messages from Prime Creator? Yeah, they're not allowed to do that. Yeah, call us a gift from God. Yeah. Daughter shows that she is a messenger. And over time, obviously, when she gets older, she'll see more of this in her third eye. It won't be anything like that again anytime soon. But yeah, you're a part of an awakened family. Blessings to that. It's always good to have that. Somebody needs it somewhere. So very good. Just shows you're definitely on path. Miles, blessings. Does my roommate Brandon have a message to his connection to Mars? Yeah, he's a warrior. He's also a playboy. Not the same lifetimes. He was like a lover. He had all his women and everything. And yeah, a lifetime he was a warrior and just kind of grew up out of that. And had a normal family, a normal life, and just didn't do that anymore. So there's probably more to it than that, but those are the main lifetimes right now to be known. Do we have any messages from higher self? Yeah, you're going to a time of inner knowing. You're also very connected to Orion. The duck beings in Orion, ducks. You see humor energies. They can be very humorous and also a pain in the ass. But the ducks are pretty. I don't know if Howard the Duck is connected to that, but they just have a good energy around them. Just laughter they're here to bring in for now. So it's something you can think about. And yes, of course, insight towards you're healing that aspect of yourself. Henry, what types of galactic connections do I have with Arthur Stan Lee? The Watcher. You've been the Watcher in previous lifetimes. I see the Watcher definitely. That's the main one. There's probably been others like Silver Surfer. You've been, but it feels like the Watcher. I keep getting that. Yeah, I just leave you with that one. So he saw you as a Watcher. He kind of screwed around with his realities too, and that's other versions of Earth, or other versions of worlds, for that matter. Do I have messages from all 4 races, people that live on this planet inside the Earth? Well, Zeus is in the middle of the Earth, or the center of the Earth. Yeah, you're known to have a lot of romantic connections, romantic family, lovers, and all that. But you're here to heal your inner self. Of basically, there's conflicts that. Of course, there's more to it than that. But there's conflicts that you just you didn't know how to heal in other worlds. Other worlds didn't have that. So you're healing, you're getting more spiritual here. In other worlds, that wasn't always the case. You're advancing your spiritual connections here. And yes, it's lonely, but it's kind of like you're fine tuning your energy, who you are. So basically with that. Jess, goddess, Lakesh me as a mother, like energy to me. What messages does she have for me? Yeah, yeah. Palladian, also a feline. I feel like the cat side is where you're receiving most of your healing. So, wait, you're here, quote, you can say. Other worlds you've been known to get more attention, like celebrity. But realize that other alien worlds are not as dense as this one. So, but you're on the right track of what needs to be done. A lot of Zeta vibes around me lately. What messages they have? Well, yeah, it's contact. Some kind of contact is in the works. Yeah, so if you get scared or something, it's like, whoa, what the hell is that? Three finger being or something. Don't worry, that's all right. So, Jen, are there any messages for me from the trees? You're healing a lot of chakra energies at this time. Root chakra, self doubt. Even a tree can have self doubt. And yeah, that's one of your main things you're looking into. That's not always easy to see either. Apparently, somebody didn't want me to say that either. Yeah. So, yeah. Thank you, whoever that was. Yeah, self doubt there. It's a major thing that you're overcoming here. So you do that. Kevin Arnett, any messages? One minute. Warrior lifetimes, obviously, you're healing. GI Joe lifetimes. GI Joe, all the ships are all fancy and all of that. You've been part of that. Even Cobra Commander, I believe, was there too. Right. Yeah, he came here for your own self. You came here because this world is hard, but also interesting, in ways that aren't that clear. In the GI Joe reality, I believe you were going through that one quite a bit, actually, and it wasn't easy. It was very electrifying, but also horrifying at the same time. It's another version of Earth that's still going on right now. Other Cobra Commanders and all that. Oh, that's very, very, and it has not went into the movies very well. Probably because it's a little bit too much for some people. So same as Transformers. Transformers was kind of dumbed down when made to movies. Kind of like ugh. It did it for a reason. Just so if it, yeah, just they toned it down. That sounds weird, but they just yeah. But more people started to feel the 4D energy that I am soon. Is it just because I have ability? Well, yeah, you're tuned differently. Well, you've connected to realities of worlds that are just, you know, just like the GI Joe reality, for example. Yeah, you connected to in the lifetimes here. You get like if you had a lifetime of World War II, I would say you get certain privileges, and you're kind of experiencing it. Of course, not so easy, but yeah, you're just a little bit more attuned to the earth than others are. But some people will start to feel it more. Yeah. Amy, I feel like my great grandmother Olive has been around my grandmother Dorothy lately since her health is declining. Hope our crossover. What has she been doing here? Has she been around you? Been around everyone, but mostly grandmother. Yeah, grandmother. I most likely is leaving sometime this year. I don't know when. it's looking most likely very soon. So yeah, she just sort of brought her angels with her. She helped her transition. Grandmother was already connecting with her in astral. She just doesn't remember. My great grandmother Olive had some books on secret government. Interesting. That were from the 1950s. Why did she have those books? Was she a true seeker? Yep. She didn't quite understand it, but she was curious. Yeah. Not a true seeker of obviously going on the internet. Of course, there was no internet back then. Just wanted to know. Now, was she a true seeker? I mean, I think she wasn't like a diehard true seeker, just was curious. Of course, she might be talking differently about it now. 1 to 11. May I please have a message from my soul sister D, who has passed away? Well, D is doing a lot better. D is helping you through your dream world, through your astral, but mostly through your dream world. Your dream world is kind of hostile, but at one time. Keep it more pleasant. Yeah, you connect to a lot of heavy stuff in astral. A lot of it is um, reptilian related. Interesting. Caitlin, is Gracie a fragile of my mom? Sort of. Yeah, there's well, they have multiple spirit guide energies. So they connect to the same guides. So there's some fractal energy, but it's mostly just the spirit guide energy is the same. They're kind of like twin sisters in some ways, in some regard, like spiritual twins in some ways. They're not the same soul, but this is how Gracie is learning from your mom. What spiritual gifts does Gracie have? They need to encourage or support. Telepathy, intuitive nature. So yeah, it's kind of complicated there. Basically, yeah, talking about spirit guides, what she sees around her. Obviously, protecting her energies, with teaching her how to bring archangels around her, protect her, is important. But pretty much anything she wants to, all the gifts, channeling, yeah, anything, wherever her heart desires. Let's put it that way. Yeah, she's definitely connected to spirit for sure. So she's helping the family forgive a lot of its past difficulties and bringing the aliens. Do I have any? Oh, sorry, Annan. Do I have a? Do I have to ask 2 questions or just one? Whatever you want to do. 2 or 1 is fine. I'll just leave you with that. If you have a question, you can ask. Vasco, any messages from anyone to me? You're healing a lot of ancient Egyptian energies. You also were a mathematician during the time of I'm not sure why that. I guess it's some of Zeus coming through. Mathematician during the ancient Egyptians. We're the hieroglyph writer too. Man, you got some stuff today, don't you? Usually doesn't come through like that. Question 2: any messages for girlfriend on her current job situation? Just weather the storm. Things will get better. Unless you want to leave. I don't know if it's you're currently with a job or want to quit or you're looking for a job. Current job situation can mean pretty much anything, but you're going to weather the storm. Yeah, things will get better. It's just a lot of people are just losing their minds there. So she's here to find her direction. It's kind of like a reflection on herself to know her protection energies, protect herself, bring the angels and heal all this nonsense that's around her. Not that it'll be 100% healed, but she will find better fitting. So, all right, I'll leave you with that. All right, much love, everyone. Thank you for posting your questions. We'll be back tomorrow for more insanity. So, take care.